Golly, that's good. Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon with Taylor's Fire Smoke Cooking. Welcome back into my kitchen. I'm excited about what we have going on today. My friend Sandy at my Ajji's Kitchen, she reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be a part of a collaboration doing Vietnamese cuisine. I was like, certainly, because I am a huge fan of Asian cuisine. So I was definitely happy about being a part. I will have a list in the description of all the participants. That way you can go around and see what everybody else created. But today I'm making up some what they call shaking beef. Now, traditionally, shaking beef is a beef dish that is prepared in a skillet or in a wok. But I'm doing skewers today. It's been very, very hot outside. I don't want to heat up the house, but we're going to use the same flavors that you would use in the shaking beef in my skewers. Now, shaking beef is, like I said, is normally made in a skillet, and it's the way it's prepared and shook in the skillet or the wok. That's kind of how you got the name. So let me bring you in so you can see the ingredients. We're going to get it mixed up. This meat marinated, I'm using beef short rib, and we're going to put it outside on the grill. It's going to be good. Stay tuned. Let's get into it. All right, folks. So here is our short ribs. Beautiful. You can see the nice marbling in them. What I did do, these were boneless short ribs. And what I did, I took and I cut them about a 1/4 inch thick. That way we can skewer them. Some are a little bit thinner once we got down to the end, but for the most part, they're all 1/4 inch thick. We also have some garlic cloves, brown sugar, red onion or shallot if you have that. We have some scallions here, whites and the greens. We have soy sauce, fish sauce. This is lime juice, ginger, crushed red pepper, whole black peppercorns, and we have some water right here. So let's go ahead and get this marinade mixed up really quickly, and then we'll go from there. All right, folks. So here I got about a 1/4 cup of water, and into that I'm going to add in about 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. This is going to add a umami rich flavor. It's also used a lot of times as salt in Asian dishes. You don't want to get heavy with it, but it has a very nice flavor. We're going to add in our soy. Now our soy, we're going to add in about a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, give or take. We're going to add in some peppercorns. I'll say it's about 2 tablespoons worth. We're using a little personal blender, so we're going to blend up this marinade. So if that's what if you're wondering. Some crushed red pepper, which is optional. I do just want a little heat on mine. So we have about just under a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, about 2 tablespoons of ginger. I'm using paste. All righty. Now we have our red onion. Generally, you would use a shallot. I didn't have shallot, a red onion to do. About 8 cloves of garlic. This here is about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We have lime juice. Then we have our scallion here, which we need to just carefully get in there. Now this is probably a little bit more than you would need, but I am going to reserve some to baste on our beef as we're cooking it on the grill. So what I'm going to do now is all I'm going to do is put my lid on. We're going to get it over to the blender and get it blended up. And then when it's time to pour, we're going to put our meat into a Ziploc bag, pour our marinade over it, and let it marinate for an hour to an hour and a half. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, folks, we've got our marinade all mixed up. I did take some out and put in a separate bowl to reserve for basting. And taste your marinade to make sure it's where you want it to be. Now, you may want it a little bit sweeter or you may want it a little bit hotter. I did want to add a little bit more heat to my iron, so I added in a little bit more crushed red pepper and blended it. I also want to make note that I did forget to add sesame seed oil to my marinade. So I did add in a teaspoon of sesame oil. I forgot. I had it sitting out, but I forgot to bring it over. So you do want to add a teaspoon of sesame oil as well. And now we're just going to put our short ribs in a Ziploc. All right. It's always good practice to put your Ziploc, even though it's supposed to be leak proof, put it in a bowl. That way, if it does leak, it's not going to leak all over your refrigerator. And we're just going to pour this marinade all over that beef. It's going to impart some very good flavor in there, as well as help tenderize this meat. Now, short ribs cooked in like this, you can cook over a high heat and they will be very tender. But it's that lime juice and other things that's going to help with it as well. Traditionally as well, you use Asian pear, and that gives it a nice flavor as well as helps tenderize the meat. It's a little bit hard to find in my area, so we're going to go this route. So now that it's marinating, we're going to put this in the fridge for about an hour and a half. Then we're going to bring it out and get on the grill and get it cooked up. We'll skewer it and then get it cooked up. So you guys stay tuned. Don't go far. We'll be back shortly. All right, folks, we're back. We've allowed our short rib here to marinate for an hour and a half. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and skewer it up. So I'm just going to grab each piece of rib out, skewer here, and we're just going to weave it through the meat, kind of going back and forth through it. There we go. Come back through. So you want to weave it through, kind of almost flatten it out to where you're going to get maximum contact on your grill and it's going to cook evenly. We're going to cook it on our gas grill, high heat, and it's not going to take very long. So I'm just going to continue to go ahead and skewer up the rest of my skewers. And then when we're done doing this, I'm going to heat the grill up and we'll bring you guys back in so we can go ahead and get them cooked up. This is going to be good, guys, so stay tuned. All right, y'all, we're back out at the grill. I got my grill on high. You can see it's smoking real good. I am going to spray it down a little bit with some cooking spray where we don't have any sticks. And we're just going to go ahead and put our skewers on this hot grill. It's not going to take very long for them to cook. I would probably say 3 to 4 minutes aside. Let me know if you've ever tried shake 'em beef before, what you think about it, or what's your favorite Asian cuisine? Is it Chinese? Is it Thai? Is it Vietnamese? Korean? I like them all, as long as they got a little spice. I did have a few, I ran out of skewers. I just had a few that wouldn't necessarily fit on there. So we're just gonna put them on the grill. We're just gonna let this cook 3-4 minutes aside, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, so we went on and turned them over. Just about. I want to let you see what kind of color we got on these bad boys so far. Take a good look at that. Nice and juicy. Nice char on them. Look at that. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we're just going to continue to let them go. Another 3 or 4 minutes. Well, not even 4. Probably 2 to 3 minutes on this side. And we'll be ready to bring them in and enjoy our labor. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're done with our shaking beef skewers. And here's how they look. Nice, juicy, good char and color, full of flavor. I did put some sesame seeds and everything on them as a garnish. Generally, when you have shaking beef, it's served over like with basically a salad. So you might have lettuce, some tomatoes, some red onion. But to put a little spin on it, I'm using some romaine lettuce. That way you can kind of make a wrap or a little boat form. And Got our red Roma tomato, some red onion, and we're just going to put a couple of these skewers right here on the bed for plating. All right. Another little piece here. And maybe another little niblet right there. And tell me that don't look good, guys. Look at that. I'd pay for that. Got a little bit of more of the marinade on the side if you want to dip. We got some sriracha. Let's go ahead and get a quick bite. All right, family, let's build us a little boat. Got my little piece of romaine. Nice little piece of the short rib. Some red onion. Little tomato. And I'm going to go with my favorite, the sriracha. I wish I had the Tabasco brand, but it's been hard to come by. All right, look at that. Got our beef, our onion, our tomato on this lettuce. Let's get a bite. All right, guys. Mm. Ooh. Man, that's good. Fresh, tender, spicy, sweet, a little tart. Get all your taste buds up in there doing jumping jacks. So good. That's amazing. That's amazing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, this was part of a collaboration. I will have the other participants in the description down below. I know they're going to come with some great stuff. Again, this was put on by Sandy at my Ajji's Kitchen. She's an excellent cook from the Caribbean, so she brings to you tons of different flavors and flares. Make sure you check her out. I highly urge you guys to give this a try. It was fire. Just look at that. You don't have to use short rib either. You can use any type of steak. Strip steak, ribeye, whatever. But this right here, banging. Till the next time, guys, God bless you. We'll see you around.